Hi guys, welcome back to another video with Pratham Test Prep. This is your host Sanjeev Bhatia again, back with a new video on your form filling for your CLAT 2023. So a lot of students have started filling up the forms, and it is always recommended to fill your form in time and on time, and that will lead you to get your preferred test centers also across the country. So I hope everybody of you should start filling up your forms, and if you're filling your forms, there are certain things that you need to remember, and there are certain categories that are available and mentioned on your form that you need to know about beforehand you submit your form right away. Okay, so I'll be discussing about all the ingredients of the form that are available today, and we will be talking about them in detail. So do make sure that you are liking on the channel and also hitting on the subscribe button for all the regular updates. Now, when you'll go on the form, you will find that when you will put your mobile information and also will you put your email ID, you will get to a page which will look like this. Here, after welcome will be your name that will come up here. And also, if you are planning to go for an undergraduate course, you have to click on the undergraduate BA LLB program. That's what you are going for. So that is UG 5-year LLB program, right? So you are going for this program as a 12th graduate or a person who is appearing in 12th standard, right? If you want to go for a 5-year degree course, that's how your page will look like. Okay, first whenever you get inside the form, this is what you will find, and you have to click on the undergraduate UG program, right? So that is what you need to remember very, very specifically. Now, once you click on this form will go ahead and you have to click here for apply for CLAT 2023. Once you select the undergraduate UG program, as soon as you will click on this option for apply for CLAT 2023, the another page pop up that will come here is the application form, right? So this application form needs to be filled up by you, but there are certain things that you need to remember here while you are filling up the form. Okay, so this is the most important part of this form, and you need to make sure that you know each and every detail that I am talking about here. Now, the first is your photograph. So do make sure that you scan a photograph properly on a scanner, and don't scan it from your cam scanner and things like that. Make sure you are scanning it with a proper scanner. Okay, and also the same goes for your signatures of the applicant, the signatures that you'll be doing during your CLAT examination. So this signature needs to be scanned. Now, application name is the name that you will be filling in your 12th standard and also is mentioned on your 10th standard certificate, that is your mark sheet. Now, date of birth, please make sure that you are filling your date of birth correctly. Then your mother's name. Now, what is the NRI reservation category or the NRI OCI or PIO eligible, right? So now OCI is overseas Indian, NRI is non-resident Indian, and PIO is person of Indian origin. So anybody who's not an Indian, okay, person holding a passport not from India is called an NRI, or has an NRI status, can have an Indian passport but can have an NRI status. So until and unless you don't have a NRI status, you cannot apply in this category. Okay, but if anyone is wanting to apply in the NRI sponsored category, even if they don't have an NRI passport, but they have someone who's an NRI OCI or PIO who's ready to sponsor them, right? So I will tell you what are the sponsorship details. We'll talk that in the next slide. But if you have a sponsorer, then you can select here and you can click on yes as an option under the NRI sponsored category also. Right now, the next is all India category. So there are different options that will come up: general, SC, SC, OBC, right? These are the options. Gender, you'll find the options like male, females, and transgenders. If you qualify for EWS, that is called economic weak section. So if you are from the EWS category and you have a certificate of that, so then you can obviously upload that certificate also. Now, if you are a candidate who is eligible under the PWD category, then also you can select it here and also put it up very, very clearly with a certificate of that. Next is, do you qualify for below the poverty line category? Agar aap mein se kisi ke paas certificate hai, then you can obviously upload it here after going for this option, right? So this is the first page of the form that you need to go for, and this is called the personal information. So all the personal information of the candidate will be put up here. Now coming to the next part of this form is, what is this NRI/NRI sponsored candidates, right? So anybody who's looking for a sponsorship needs to find a person who's an NRI or PIO, or a person of Indian origin, or an OCI, that is an person who is overseas Indian, right? So these are the three types of categories are only eligible for providing sponsorship to an Indian student. If you have anyone who's a first degree or a second degree relationship who's staying abroad, this will be a great option for you. Now, what is that? Can any other category, if a person is falling into general, SC, ST, OBC, can apply for NRI sponsored category? Yes, you can apply for it. There will be no change in the other categories. You will be accepted in other categories if you have the requisite rank. Agar aapki rank general category ke layak hai aur aapne general category or NRI sponsored mein form bhara hai, then you will be eligible in the general category and you can take an admission. Okay, it is an claim basis quota, right? If you want to claim it, you can only go for it. Okay, coming to the next, what are the document requirements? So the valid copy of passport and visa of the sponsor, affidavit of sponsorship. There is also a requirement of a valid document from the stamp of an embassy in whichever the country the sponsor is staying. Okay, so these are all the requirements for a NRI sponsorship, basic requirements. The more requirements, if you want to know, you can definitely give us a call and have a conversation. We'll be happy to help you that how to go about it also. Now, coming to the address details, right? So next is, what are your communication details? So yeah, please kindly make sure that you are filling this very, very like carefully. So your address, your state, your PIN code, your permanent address, your state again, your PIN code, and your alternate mobile number. And here will be the mobile number that you have registered from, and it will appear under this section. So do make sure that you are checking that number that you have put up is clear and it is also correct, because you have gotten an OTP on that. So it has to be correct. Now, coming to the next part of your exam is qualification. They will ask you what are the qualifications that you currently have. So first is your qualification exam. You need to see 10+2 appearing or appeared. These are the two options that you are finding under that, right? Year of passing, that you have passed the 12th examination, board and university, CBSE, month of passing, and percentage that you have received. If you have not received it, so you can see that if you are appearing for an LLB exam in 2023 as appearing or appeared, month of passing as June, year of passing as 2023, and leave the percentage as blank. So they have mentioned it. So anybody who's in 12th standard right now can definitely apply for this exam. That is what they have said, and they have mentioned it very, very clearly here under the option. So qualification is what you have to put as blank if you are right now in class 12th. Now coming to the next part of the form, that is the preferences. So these are the test center preferences. So there is preference 1, there is preference 2, there is preference 3. So you have to put 3 preferences. So say if you are from Delhi, right, you have to put Noida, Gurgaon, Delhi as the 3 preferences that you have. Or there are different options in Delhi, right? If you are from Jaipur, you can put Jaipur, Kota, and some other options nearby, right? So you have to keep your city preferences nearby wherever you can travel if the test center is not provided to you. So you need to make sure they always have 2 to 3 centers in every city. But what if it's not available? So you'll get the next best center. So that's why it is always recommended to fill the form first, so that you can get your preferred test centers also. So if you are from Delhi, you will find the nearest center to your house as a preferred center, and you'll get it also because you are early in filling the form. So that is the positive about filling the form early also. Now coming to the next part is reservation. So reservations are very, very important. So you can see here we are talking about domiciles. So they are definitely talking about domicile. Domicile means that are you a resident of that country, of that state? I'm really sorry. If you are a domicile of that state, you have a reservation. See, are you a Karnataka student? So you need to have your 10th and 12th from Karnataka. If you are a resident student of Telangana, right? So J&K resident have a reservation in NLIU Bhopal, right? So you can see in WB-NUJS there's domicile of J&K again. And if you are a domicile of Madhya Pradesh, also you get a reservation in NLIU Bhopal. And if you are a domicile of West Bengal, you get a reservation here. If you are a student of Karnataka, you get a reservation in NLSIU Bangalore. And also the residents of Telangana do get some state domicile reservations too, right? So what is state domicile? How to claim state domicile? If you are a resident of a particular state, you have a domicile certificate that is issued by the development authority. Also, you can take out that certificate for yourself, and also your 10th and 12th should be from that state if they are asking for a resident student of that particular state. So please do make sure that you arrange for these two documents before you are applying for state domicile. Students from Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, they all do get, and UP also get a reservation in their universities. There is a horizontal reservation policy that runs down in national law universities. So you can definitely get a seat in the state domicile quotas also, because the ranks tend to go a little bit lower than expected in any other domicile quotas also. So do make sure that you're applying if you have a state domicile. Now, last is that you have to say that all the information that you have put up is correct, and you have to click on this mark and put a tick here, and you will be good to go. You have to select that you are, do you agree that my details will be shared with any third party, because they are giving these details to a test center and they will be going for the examination and they will be arranging all the examinations. So they need to share your test details with someone or a third party. So do make sure that you are clicking on select there, and also you can submit the form from here, and you will be good to go for CLAT 2023. That's how you will be filling up your form. So all the best to all of you. I hope you have understood how to fill up the form for CLAT, and also go ahead with all the terms and conditions and all the details that you need to know. I hope I was able to solve all your queries in such a small video, and you will be going ahead with filling your forms early and quickly and as soon as possible. So don't forget to hit on the like, share and subscribe button, and thank you for joining this live session. Do take care of yourself and have a nice day ahead. Thank you, guys.